does it matter? You know the blacksmith? Show me your steel. If not, head straight for the door.
Go outside as in smoke.
I'm busy. I'm not here to chit-chat. Forging a weapon strengthens it and alters its character. Ores are transmogrified spirits. Their presence blesses the weapon. Ores are transmogrified. All done.
But so did you forget my voice message before work, or you just decided to anyway? You asked me before work when I couldn't tell you, and I said later in bed anyway. I did not know you were waiting, because I said in bed, but okay, do it. Happy midnight. But sure, now I'm not particularly feeling like it, so that's what I'm saying, go smoke. I said in bed. But you understand, this is hardly setting the tone for what I wanted to talk about, lol. You're sending very mixed signals, thumbs up. Every time you asked me, it was right before I was going into work, and Kay told you I couldn't, then I specified in bed, hence why I brought I. That's hardly confusing. The reason I expressed hesitancy about saying it in the end, is because you told me you were going to smoke. When did I tell you I was simply not going to tell you? Okay, so then it's sorted. Go smoke. I think they all have a group chat to talk about me. All of them, yes, if not most of them. Probably not like Oli, he doesn't really talk at all. Because Sarah has mentioned things to me and Tom said something in our group chat yesterday, and it's like they all have these secret agreement. No, it's not like that at all. Yes, but I'm saying it's not like that at all. The main concern apparently is drinking, despite me not drinking in about a month. And even if they don't have an actual group chat, I know at least they have all talked about it. Well, Sarah and Tom have all led me to believe so. Well, a couple of weeks ago we ran into each other in town, and drinking came up for whatever reason, and he said, No, I remember. Some guy who used to go to the 6th form, apparently he drinks a bit too much, and Will was saying they had to have like a talk with him. This is a separate group to mine Papa Way, but one Will is part of. And then he said, oh, I know people have their concerns about your drinking. I'm sure they've spoken to you about it, haha. I'm sure they've had the talk with you. They have not. They said they've talked about it. But obviously not anywhere I've seen. Let me finish. I'm not saying it's malicious. And I was like, sure. But I kind of said to him even then, if people are actually genuinely concerned, then they should surely actually too. Because that does no good to anyone. They separate themselves from me and think their habits are above mine, whilst I am left knowing they speak about. And then Sarah. Given a couple of bits of information, she has been the most open with me about it. Like we've spoken about it and all, and she's the only one who has actually mentioned it to me apart from what Will said. And I think we'll assume someone had spoken to me.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the Scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here in this nexus. My wife and daughter fell
Let me finish.
to the demons. But I would be
I'm
worth
not done.
At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons.
Sarah has said they've all talked about it, and especially Dio is concerned, and I know Dio has spoken to you about it whatever, but they'll...
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you.
has actually asked me about it, coked to me about it, and then little things like New Year's Eve there were these subtle things about drinking. At each author and the silence.
Wait! Where are you off?
I can forge weapons for you.
And I know you'll say, oh that's nothing, hit let me finish. It's not much in and of itself, if it was only that then whatever, but with all the other things it doesn't feel good. I can't even remember all the things Sarah has said now. There's been a few. But I've said of her as well. I told you I know it's not malicious.
You come back alive.
And I've also said let me finish multiple times.
For I have not the strength to punish myself.
Oh, fellow disciple, you seek the power of God? I see.
What do you want, brute? I have no use for adult.
Thou seekest the power of the soul, no?
I've said to her as well there's no good can from people talking about me, but no one talking to me because like I said all it does is
To life's ether. soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Art thou finished?
Genuine concern when they don't ever actually ask me if I'm okay or whatever the fussy K. All it does is make me feel like shit. And the thing that gets me as well is they all know full well I cut myself, sometimes I burn myself, whatever the fussy K it is. I'm typing how many times do I have to say let me finish. I am, you just aren't patient enough to wait for the next message. Yet the only time they've ever actually expressed a concern is when it's something like drinking, just because it's more obvious. Even though if I do have a problem with alcohol, it comes from the same place. But a couple of marks on someone's wrist is easier to ignore than someone having too much to drink. And it just feels bad that the only time I've known of any kind of care from them is when it's that. Even though that makes me happier and doesn't make me bleed. And no, I'm not saying it's good. But then yesterday as well I was at work, and they're all on the main group chat, and some of them are at Spoons. Shut up. I'm not finished how many fucking times. Okay, whatever, say it all then. And you have the wrong idea because I'm not finished. Fucking hell anyway. Some of them are at Spoons, and they're saying in the group chat, oh come here, and Sarah says, oh we're at work, we don't finish till L. And then fucking Tom says, note, I'm not buying Jackson anything underage. As if anyone fucking asked. And I said, I literally replied, as a message, no one asked fire. Asked in Dendio, and someone else I don't remember who liked Tom's message. Anyone even mentioned it as if it didn't just come out of Tom's mouth, and everyone was like, yeah Tom, exactly. And I can't even express it properly like this. Say I'm reading too much into things, but I do know these people, I know what they're saying. I still think I'm reading too much into it. But it genuinely almost made me cry at work when I read Tom's message. So bad that they'll all talk about it and just say, haha Jackson, I'm not getting you anything. As if anyone asked, no one And that's the only thing that they think of, when it's a possibility that we might join them. they assume it's the only thing on my mind, when I'm just fucking working. Literally nothing triggered it, it just came out of nowhere, and then it's like, oh, everyone agrees, lol.
I can forge weapons for you. No interest, eh?
And I'm just trying to do my job, and oh, I'll check the group chat of my friends. Oh, they all have this fucking assumption, which realistically...
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel.
Own possible guilt over whatever they imagine I want.
Art thou finished?
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from his cell in Latria. I will help you, however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope.
Which was completely born out of their own fucking gossip, and still not one of them has attempted to ask me about it. Oh god, can you hear me sniffing really loudly? Well, I just muted anyway, just in case. Now. Until I stop sniffing. You say every night, and every night I stay unmuted, unless I'm not feeling great, in case that's the time you notice I'm unmuted and assume I... And even Dio Penself, we have not talked in weeks, if not months now, except whatever there is on IGDMS, which is not a lot and definitely not. And I know it's stupid, but he seems so different, and that's not bad, but it's like I miss all of that. feel like he just doesn't really like me now, and I don't know if that's my own fault for not talking to anyone. But it's still fucking S. I just feel so distant from them all, and I don't know why. I don't know what I've done, but none of them like me as much as they like each other. Even today, like Sarah posted on her first story, her and Julia having cake, and got the but she removed me from her confer on my main account, but oh. Last time I met Dio was New Year's Eve with a couple of the others. I just missed them all, and especially Dio, and we used to be so fucking close, and now it's like none of them even like me that much, and I don't. I don't even talk to them. You know what you see on Instagram is as much as I talk to any of them, except we have classes or work taught with it. And the occasional midday spoon through. I just don't know what I've done, and I don't know what to do about it, but it feels really bad. I genuinely feel closer to them and Minuk most of the time, and I'm not exactly close to them, and when you break up with me then what? If I don't have the group of people I've grown up with and I don't have them or you, then what? You're closer to Ben and Minuk than I am to any of them. Why I don't know if I haven't made enough effort, or what, but it feels like they've all